Hello, this is Tammy Metzler, and welcome to the third video in your Leveraged Income Challenge, where we're talking about how you can use group programs and training workshops to help you leverage your time so you can serve more people while working less and earning good money. So in this video, we're going to be talking about how you can turn your leveraged income system, otherwise known as your group program or training workshop, into ongoing income streams, including passive income. Now, if you haven't yet watched the first two videos, I would recommend that you pause this video now and go back and check out those first two, because they're going to give you a really solid foundation for what it is we're talking about today. So go ahead and click the tabs above this video. There's one for video 1, one for video 2. If you haven't yet watched those, check those out first, and then you can come back and pick up where you left off. Excuse me. But if you have already watched them, let's go ahead and move forward. So we're going to talk about 4 ways to continue earning income long after your group program has ended. Okay, so this is the part where we really get into continuing to leverage your time and your income and really make the most out of the efforts that you've put in. And I think this is where a lot of people sort of drop the ball, not necessarily because they mean to, but they just don't really know any better. And that's where I really want to make sure that you're aware of all of the possibilities that are available to you once you create this leverage income stream, and how you can use this to continue attracting clients, serving those clients, earning income in your business. Okay, so the first method here is to turn your live trainings into home study programs. Okay, so if you have a group program where you're giving specific trainings or instructions or meditations or whatever they are over the course of so many weeks or months, and you've got the recordings of those, and maybe you've put together handouts and transcripts and all of that kind of stuff, you can turn all of those into home study programs that people can buy and work through themselves. Okay, and this is really your path to passive income, right? You've already done the work, and a lot of people let it die there, if you will. But what you really want to do is to make the most of what you've already done. And the other thing, not only with you being able to grow your business, is that you can serve a lot more people who maybe just weren't quite ready to join you when you were offering the live training for a variety of reasons. And let's talk about those right now. The first reason why people maybe would purchase your home study program and not your live training is maybe they found you after you ran your live program. So maybe they signed up for your newsletter list the month after you closed registration on your program, and so they weren't even able to take you up on it. They didn't even know about it. But maybe when you release it as a home study program, they're going to say, oh, that's exactly what I need. That's right up my alley, and I want to do this. And then you've got a new client. Number 2, maybe they just weren't quite ready to move forward at the time that you offered the program live. There's a variety of reasons for this. Maybe the timing just isn't right in their life or their business or their career. They've just got too much other things going on. Maybe they're caring for a sick relative, or there's all kinds of different reasons why they maybe said no at the time that you offered the program, but why they might say yes after the fact. You know, almost every time I run one of my workshops, I get contacted by people who are telling me that they're in this boat where they, for whatever reason, the variety of different reasons, just are not able to come and participate in the live program. Maybe they're working a full-time job and they they can't make the daily calls and the weekly calls, and they don't feel like they have the time to keep up with the homework. There's all kinds of different reasons why they might tell you they're not ready to do it, and not everybody's even going to let you know. Some people will contact you, some people won't. So it's really advantageous for you to continue offering these programs to people, even if you're not there to walk them through it. And lastly, perhaps they didn't take you up on your live program because they couldn't afford it. A lot of times, typically what happens is when you run your program live, it's a lot bigger of an investment than if you offer it as a home study program. Depending on how long your program is, how involved it is. If you're talking like a 5-week workshop, you might offer that at $500. But when you turn it into a home study program, it might be $200 or $300 or something to that effect. And that's something that maybe fits into their budget a little better, or maybe they just couldn't afford it at the time of the training, and now things are looking a little bit better and they have the resources. So those are all different reasons. Timing can really be everything. So keeping this available for people who maybe just couldn't be there for your live program can be really helpful for everyone involved. Okay, so that's the first method of turning this into an ongoing income stream, is to turn this into a home study program. Number 2, you might combine your trainings with your one-on-one services to help you better leverage your time. And here's what I mean by that. For example, when people come to me for website copywriting help, which is one of the main services that I offer and that people have come to know me for, there's 3 options that I typically will give to them. The first one is the done for you option, which is where I write their copy for them. The second one is the do it together option, and that's where we work together to get this done. And this is where the training workshops can really come in handy, because I'm able to give them access to my Write Your Website workshop that I've run live, and that they can then use to kind of fill in the blanks. We work together to brainstorm, and then they can take the training program and run with it, and then I'm there to answer any questions, to review their work, and that sort of thing. But it really helps to, we both have some skin in the game, but instead of me repeating these, how to do this and all of these different steps for each client that I work with, they get to go and review these trainings and then come to me with any questions. So it's really a fantastic way to leverage my time with that. And then the third option then is the do-it-yourself option, where they just purchase the workshop home study program, basically, and they just work through it themselves. But this is wonderful because you can provide options, because different people, they have different budgets and they have different working styles. Some people, they just can't afford the done for you option. Some people would prefer not to go that route, even if they can afford it, because they want to kind of have their fingers in there, working and trying to stay involved. They don't want to completely hand off the project. They just want to know that they're doing it right, and they want some guidance. Okay, so, and you might be thinking, if you don't necessarily offer done for you type services like, copywriters, virtual assistants, graphic designers, those kind of people, you might be thinking that maybe this can't work for you. Well, I want to tell you that it can. Coaches, I know a lot of the people that I work with and that are in my community are coaches. And you can still use this, although your model might look a little bit different. So you might have your one-on-one work with clients. When people come to you and you're working with them one-on-one, you might have your group setting where you're working through these different modules as a group, and then you might have the do-it-yourself option. And you're still using your program to leverage your time because you're having folks complete the program first or listen to the different trainings on how to do different things, how to lose weight, how to find your soulmate, how to kind of grow your business or whatever the case might be. And then you're there to answer their questions, provide guidance, that sort of thing. You're not providing the same information time and time again. So you just save yourself a lot of time. Okay, the third method is to package trainings together in special sales. So what I'll do is oftentimes I have a few different times during the year where I'll run special sales. For example, I run a birthday sale every year on my birthday. And what I did this past year was to offer a 2-for-1 birthday sale. And I combined my instant web copy program with my Write Your List Building freebie workshop for the price of one of them. Okay, so they were able to, for a couple days time, they were able to access 2 of my different training programs for the price of one, and it sold really well. It was a very popular combination, but it was something that really didn't take a lot of my time other than just putting together the promotions for it, and and then kind of getting it so that people can download both of them. But if you have a virtual assistant, they can take that part of it, the technical part of it, off of your hands and handle that for you. So it really doesn't have to take a lot of your time, and this is a really great way for you to continue earning that passive income, right? Or you can just offer sales on your individual home study programs. Every year I run a freedom sale around the 4th of July where they can take, I think it's a certain percentage off. I'm drawing a blank on how much it is, but it's a certain percentage off of each of my training programs, any of them, and then my most popular ones, and they get to pick and choose, and they get to save money on them. And that's also a really popular sale for me, and it's something that you can use to continue to draw income in passively on something that you've already done. Okay, so this is just another idea of a way that you can continue earning this ongoing income. Okay, number 4, and this is the last one we'll cover today, you can turn your trainings into bonuses for VIP packages to really make them irresistible. Okay, so if you offer any kind of, if you're a coach and you do have a VIP day where people can come and work with you on a specific challenge, then you can offer one of your training workshops or programs as a special bonus to make it even more attractive for them. As an example, I have a VIP day called Monetize Your Website, where I work with people to really figure out, kind of take a look at their website and figure out ways that they can use it to better attract their ideal clients and to better bring revenues into their business. And that comes with a copy of my Write Your List Building freebie workshop as a complement to what we're talking about. So even though we're talking in the VIP day about ways to turn leads into clients, there's this other component that they might need, which is how to attract those leads in the first place. And that's where the Write Your List Building freebie workshop comes into play. Okay, so kind of think about that and how you can use these different things to perhaps complement some of the services that you might already have. Okay, and that is it for today. So I want to leave you with your assignment. I want you to choose one ongoing income stream to focus on first. Now, this isn't to say that you can't eventually have all of these working into play, you know, as I mentioned, as I do in my business. But if you try to start off that way, you might find yourself a little bit overwhelmed. So I just want you to really focus first and foremost on having one of these income streams to focus on. Okay, are you going to focus on turning your live trainings into home study programs? Will you combine your trainings with one-on-one services? Are you going to package them together in special sales? Will you turn your trainings into bonuses for VIP packages? Pick one of these. Now I'll kind of point out here that if you're somewhat new to the list building, maybe you don't have much of a newsletter list, you might choose either 2 or 4, where you're either combining these live programs with your one-on-one services, or you're turning these programs into bonuses for your VIP packages. Because if you don't have much of a community that you can promote your home study program to, it may not do as well for you right off the bat. You know, you may not be, or you may not be able to present these sales and draw people in if you don't have very many people on your newsletter list. So that's just something for you to kind of think about. But I want you to choose one, and here's how you go ahead and submit your answer. So you just click the little link below this video, and you're going to answer just a couple of very, very simple questions. This really shouldn't take you longer than a minute or two max to submit your question to, or your answer to us. And then you'll also be entered for a chance to win a prize worth $2,500. And I'm going to talk more about that prize in a live teleseminar coming up on Thursday, January 23rd, and about, you know, what it involves, who can win, and you know, what that means to you, and all that stuff. So be sure that you join me for that. Again, that is a teleseminar this Thursday, January 23rd, and we're going to be talking about anatomy of a sales page in this teleseminar, which is really important, because if you don't have a website sales page, it's going to be really harder for you and more time consuming to enroll clients into your leveraged income system. Whereas if you have this sales page, you write it once and you have everything there, you've got your benefits, you've got your sales pitch, and you don't have to go through and try to talk to people one-on-one. You can just send them to this sales page and have them see all of the information. So the sales page is, again, a fantastic way for you to leverage your time, because you're able to send many people there instead of holding, you know, 20, 30, 50 sales conversations to try and fill your group program. You can try to just send everybody to this particular page and let them self-identify. Okay? So this has been really crucial for me as well, just to help make the most of my time and draw more people in without spending all of those hours trying to talk to people one-on-one. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but it's just, as I said, it's a great way to help you leverage your time. And we're going to be talking about the 15 must-have components of a compelling, effective sales page. So you really don't want to miss this teleseminar, because it kind of wraps up this series that we've been talking about, and because, as I mentioned, your sales page is so crucial to your success in earning leveraged and then passive income. Okay, so I encourage you to mark your calendar right now for next Thursday, January 23rd at 3 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Central, noon Pacific time. So if you're using a Google Calendar, be sure to set your alerts so you don't miss this training. And if you have any questions whatsoever, just shoot them over to me at support@rightassociate.com. thank you again for joining me in this training. I have really enjoyed it, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day.